and I put my big one on these hoes, damn. I'm not acrobatic, I'm not flipping on my bros, no. All my shit be factual, I cannot get exposed at all. Grew up talking shit, I catch a bitch before I catch a cold.
What is going on, you guys? Long time no see. For the last time, I'm going to try and be really consistent. Today is day 179 on my journey to becoming an anesthesiologist. That looks a little bit weird. We're just gonna, So, long time no see. A lot of things have been going on. I got a new keyboard, got a new mouse. Y'all probably don't really care about that. Everything's just kind of been a blur. I moved back home, so I'm back home now. I've been back home for like a month and some change, I want to say. Got a bigger desk now, so now I can kind of move stuff around. For those of you that do know, I'm still training to become a college basketball player, so I'm training a lot of times throughout the day, every day. I wake up at around 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I'm in my room at 9:30, just about every night. So, I do that. I go out maybe like once a week, but besides that, that's really it. TikTok shop has not been hitting because I've been dedicated to basketball things, I guess you could say. I stopped posting super consistently, so obviously my sales are going to drop like crazy, at least with the kind of video style that I do. So it has not been a good month, as I also haven't been filming. And you kind of hear it a lot, but you kind of like dismiss it, like, oh, there's no such thing as the perfect time to post, or you don't need to be a perfectionist, you just need to be consistent. It is actually hard for me to be consistent with this because I think it's because of what I want to do with it. And my dad calls it, you can't serve more than one master. You got basketball, and then you're trying to make money on TikTok, and then you're trying to shoot a commercial, you're still doing the acting, and then you just can't. You gotta just really stick to one thing, and that's been my struggle, I will say. But yeah, that's really what's been going on, guys. I'm really gonna try and be more consistent. I was gonna do like vlogging and stuff, but I'm around like certain people during the day, and it's just hard for me to vlog, and I still don't really have that confidence yet anyway. And the places I be at aren't really vloggable or anything like that. It wouldn't be appropriate anyway. But yeah, I recently spoke to a kid who I know whose name is AJ, and I was talking with my dad about this too. I was thinking about doing the CAA route, which is a certified anesthesiologist assistant, meaning you just get your bachelor's, then you get a master's in anesthesiology. They're allowed to practice in 22 out of the 50 states right now. They're trying to pass licensure to have them practice, but the pay is extremely good. But I was talking with AJ about it, and he told me that he was doing the same thing, like, oh, maybe I could do this and find another way out, but that it's totally worth it. He's going into his third year of medical school already, so time's going by really fast. And I was worried about the debt and the family, and then I'll be 32 by the time I'm officially a doctor out of residency. I'll be 28 when I'm a doctor, but I'll be 32 years old when I'm out of residency. So I'm thinking about things I probably shouldn't be thinking about, like kids and places I'm gonna stay at, and then all that debt I'm gonna have at 32, and it feels like I'm starting from zero. And I told AJ about all that, and he said, actually, you're really not starting from zero. And he explained it to me. I actually did not know this. The hospital that you go to will actually pay off your debt, and some hospitals will pay off all of it, the debt from medical school while you're in residency. while still paying you what you get paid for residency. Now, yes, you still are working, you could say crazy hours, but I didn't know that. So they'll actually pay that off. And some of them will actually pay them off fully. Another thing he told me was, I'm glad he told me this as well. He told me this, uh, medical school, it takes a year to actually get accepted. And I did not know that, which means I would have had to take a whole gap year. So what he told me I need to do is on my senior year in college, when I'm getting my bachelor's, I need to apply to medical school for that next year if I'm going to go straight into it the next year. So that was some good advice he gave me, because it takes about a year to get accepted, because you apply in the fall and then they accept you in the spring. So it's not like a normal like college where you can transfer or you go to school the next year, or you apply and you're boom and you're in a couple months later. No, it's a whole process they have to go through. You got to go through the interview and then the acceptance, and then you got to submit all your stuff. So it's a whole thing. I had no clue. So I'm glad he told me that. Otherwise, I would have had to I would have just been waiting around for a whole year, basically. Um, then he told me, so obviously we know the first 2 years of medical school are just, you're basically in the classroom from concepts and really getting the mental part down. And then your third year is you basically doing your rotations. And your fourth year is really just like, I guess you can say tests and stuff. The fourth year, you're not really doing very much. You're actually trying to apply to get into hospitals for your residency at that point. Another thing he told me was he's actually an ambassador for his school, which means that he can help certain people uh, get accepted into the school. Another thing he told me was that in your third year, when you're going through your rotations, uh, and it kind of makes sense now. He told me that. So basically, you guys know how some schools have. It's kind of weird how they have like their own. They have a school and then they have like a mini hospital next to it, or like a hospital next to it. That's actually like the school's hospital for those uh, students. I don't know if I'm wording it right, but some schools basically have like their own hospitals, and the schools that don't, they're contracted with other hospitals that can be throughout the country. So for him, he goes to a medical school in Arkansas, and his medical school, they're contracted with different hospitals throughout the country. So some hospitals are in California, they're in Colorado, some are in Florida. He said one of them, he said he has a friend for his third year for her rotations. She's going to Guam. So basically, you're basically moving to that spot for your rotations that whole year. I think that's so cool. So yeah, he basically told me not to take the easy way out, and he was thinking about doing the same thing. And it was so funny because he had no idea what a CAA was. He thought it was a CRNA. I was like, no, it's a completely different thing. Um, yeah, and it's less time. It would only take me about 4 years to do it. Um, so I'd be 26 doing that, or be 32 a doctor, or technically 28 a doctor, but 32 is when I'm done with residency. So yeah. So basically, that's what's been going on today, or that's what's really been going on. Um, Today was kind of a little bit weird. I had to pick up my dad and my brother from the airport at 2 a.m. The day was just kind of weird. I worked out today, I will say that. So I did do something. It's a little bit weird. I usually work out about 4 or 5 times a day. And today it was only once. The day just kind of went by really fast, and I was doing stuff. I had to drive to places. It was really just weird and strange. But I want to say thank you guys for 156 subscribers. I don't know if we can hit 1,000 before the year is over, so maybe let's try and get to like 500 worth a shot, right? Please subscribe. Please like the video. Please comment. It's free. If you're going to follow me along on this journey, I will be done time 32, so I will be uploading videos for a long, long time. And yeah, I mean, that's basically all I got for you guys. I do want to post some reaction videos though. So if you guys want me to react to certain doctor videos or certain specialties, just let me know. We can react to just funny videos or whatever it may be. But I want to thank you guys for all your support, and thank you guys for 156 subs. Again, as I said before, I didn't even know if I could hit 100, and I'm at 156. So thank you guys for all your support, and I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Bye bye. Love you guys. I just blew you a kiss. That was all right. Bye. Love you.